Welcome back to Footnotes and Folly, and to Much Ado. I am Pemberton. This is part 3, and the comedy turns, for a while, very serious indeed. The watch have arrested the villains and know the truth, but Constable Dogberry, the most gloriously incompetent officer of the law in all literature, is so busy mangling the English language that he cannot manage to tell anyone in time. And so the wedding goes ahead, and at the altar Claudio does a terrible thing. He denounces the innocent hero before the whole company, as she faints away as if dead. Out of that catastrophe comes the turning point of the Beatrice and Benedick story, for in the empty church, the two at last confess they love each other, and Beatrice, blazing with loyalty to her wronged cousin, gives Benedick the hardest command love ever asked to kill Claudio. Suddenly the witty comedy has real stakes. Let us go on.
Truly, by virtue of your office, you may, but I think those who touch pitch will be stained by it. The most peaceable course for you, if you catch a thief, is to let him show what he is, and steal himself out of your company. You have always been called a merciful man, partner. Truly, I would not willingly hang a dog, much less a man who has any honesty in him. If you hear a child crying in the night, you must call to the nurse and tell her to quiet it. What if the nurse is asleep, and will not hear us? Why then, go away in peace, and let the child wake her by crying, for the ewe that will not hear her lamb when it baws will never answer a calf when it bleats. That is very true. This is the end of the charge. You, constable, represent the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, you may stop him. No, by Our Lady, I think he cannot. 5 shillings to 1, with any man who knows the laws, that he may stop him. Yes, but only if the prince is willing, for indeed the watch ought to offend no man, and it is an offence to stop a man against his will. By Our Lady, I think it is so. Ha, ha! Well, masters, good night. If any matter of weight happens, call me up. Keep your fellows' secrets and your own, and good night. Come, neighbor. Well, masters, we have heard our charge. Let us go sit here on the church bench until 2, and then all to bed. One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you watch around Signorly and Otto's door, for the wedding is there tomorrow, and there is great bustle tonight. Farewell, be vigilant, I beg you. Dogberry and Verges leave. Horatio and Conrad enter. What Conrad? Peace. Do not move. Conrad, I say. Here, man. I am at your elbow. Indeed, and my elbow itched. I thought a scab would follow. I will owe you an answer for that. Now go on with your story. Stand close under this porch then, for it is drizzling rain, and I will, like a true drunkard, spill everything to you. Some treason, masters, still keep close. Know then that I have earned 1,000 ducats from Don John. Is it possible that any villainy should cost so much? You should rather ask whether any villainy could be so rich, for when rich villains need poor ones may set whatever price they please. I wonder at it. That shows you are inexperienced. You know that the fashion of a doublet or a hat or a cloak is nothing to a man. Yes, it is clothing. I mean the fashion. Yes, the fashion is the fashion. Nonsense. I might as well say the fool is the fool. But do you not see what a deformed thief this fashion is? I know that deformed. He has been a vile thief these 7 years. He goes up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name. Did you not hear somebody? No. It was the weather vane on the house. Do you not see, I say, what a deformed thief fashion is? How crazily he turns about all the hot-blooded young men between 14 and 35, sometimes shaping them like Pharaoh's soldiers in a smoky old painting, sometimes like the priests of the god Bel in an old church window, sometimes like the shaven Hercules in a stained, worm-eaten tapestry, where his codpiece looks as heavy as his club. I see all that, and I see that fashion wears out more clothing than the man does. But are you not dizzy with fashion yourself, since you have shifted out of your story into telling me about fashion? Not so either. But know this, tonight I courted Margaret, Lady Hero's gentlewoman under the name of Hero. She leaned out to me at her mistress's chamber window, and wished me good night 1,000 times. I am telling the story badly. I should first tell you how the prince, Claudio, and my master planted place and persuaded by my master Don John, watched this friendly encounter from far off in the orchard. And they thought Margaret was Hero? 2 of them did, the prince and Claudio. But the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret. Partly by his oaths, which had first convinced them, partly by the dark night, which deceived them, but chiefly by my villainy, which confirmed any slander Don John had made, Claudio went away enraged. He swore he would meet her, as arranged, next morning at the temple, and there, before the whole congregation, shame her with what he had seen overnight, and send her home again without a husband. We charge you in the prince's name, stand. Call up the right master constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was known in the Commonwealth. And one deformed is one of them. I know him, he wears a lock of hair. Masters, you will be made to bring deformed forward, I warn you. Masters, never speak. We charge you to let us obey you to go with us. We are likely to prove a fine commodity being taken up by these men's bills. A commodity under examination, I warrant you. Come, we will obey you. They leave. In a room in Leonato's house, Hero, Margaret, and Ursula enter. Good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice and ask her to rise. I will, lady. And tell her to come here. Very well. Ursula leaves. Truly, I think your other collar was better. No, please, good Meg, I will wear this one. By my faith, it is not as good, and I warrant your cousin will say so. My cousin is a fool, and you are another. I will wear none but this. I like the new headdress inside excellently, if the hair were a little browner, and your gown is of a very rare fashion, truly. I saw the Duchess of Milan's gown that they praise so much. Oh, they say that surpasses everything. By my faith, it is only a nightgown compared with yours, cloth of gold, slashes, laced with silver, set with pearls, hanging sleeves, side sleeves, and full skirts, held out with bluish tinsel. But for a fine, clever, graceful, and excellent fashion, yours is worth 10 of it. God give me joy to wear it, for my heart is exceedingly heavy. It will be heavier soon with the weight of a man. Shame on you. Are you not ashamed? Of what, lady? Of speaking honorably. Is marriage not honorable even in a beggar? Is your lord not honorable without marriage? I think you would have me say, saving your reverence, a husband. If wicked thinking does not twist true speaking, I will offend nobody. Is there any harm in saying heavier for a husband? None, I think, if he is the right husband, and she the right wife, otherwise it is light, and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice else. Here she comes. Beatrice enters. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, sweet hero. Why, what is this? Are you speaking in a sick tune? I think I am out of every other tune. Clap it into light, O love, that goes without a burden. You sing it, and I will dance it. Yes, light of love with your heels. Then, if your husband has stables enough, you will see he shall lack no barns. Oh, unlawful interpretation. I scorn that with my heels. It is almost 5 o'clock, cousin. It is time you were ready. By my faith, I am exceedingly ill. Sigh. For a hawk, a horse, or a husband? For the letter that begins them all, H. Well, if you have not turned Turk, there is no more sailing by the star. What does the fool mean, I wonder? Nothing, I. But God send everyone their heart's desire. These gloves the Count sent me have an excellent perfume. I am stuffed up, cousin. I cannot smell. A maid and stuffed. There is a fine catching of cold. Oh, God help me! God help me! How long have you practiced sharp understanding? Ever since you gave it up. Does my wit not become me wonderfully? It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. By my faith, I am sick. Get yourself some distilled Carges Benedictus and lay it on your heart. It is the best cure for a faint spell. There you prick her with a thistle. Benedictus. Why Benedictus? You have some hidden meaning in this Benedictus. Meaning? No, truly, I have no hidden meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. Perhaps you think that I think you are in love. No, by Our Lady, I am not such a fool as to think whatever I like, nor do I choose to think whatever I can, nor indeed could I think, even if I thought my heart out of thought, that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. Yet Benedick was just the same sort once, and now he has become a man. He swore he would never marry, and yet now, in spite of his own heart, he eats his meals without grumbling. How you may be converted, I do not know, but it seems to me you look with your eyes as other women do. What pace is your tongue keeping now? Not a false gallop. Ursula enters again. Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Signor Benedick, Don John, and all the gentlemen of the town have come to escort you to church. Help dress me, good cousin, good Meg, good Ursula. They leave. In another room in Leonato's house, Leonato enters with Dogberry and Verges. What do you want with me, honest neighbor? Why, sir, I would like to have some confidence with you about a matter that concerns you closely. Briefly, I pray you, for you see this is a busy time for me. Why, this is it, sir. Yes, truly it is, sir. What is it, my good friends? Goodman Verges, sir, speaks a little wide of the matter. He is an old man, sir, and his wits are not so dull as, God help me, I would wish they were, but in faith, he is as honest as the skin between his brows. Yes, I thank God, I am as honest as any man living who is an old man and no more honest than I am. Comparisons are odorous. Palabras, neighbor Verges. Neighbors, you are tedious. It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the poor duke's officers. Truly, for my own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow it all on your worship. All your tediousness on me, ah? Yes, and even if it were 1,000 pounds more than it is, for I hear as good exclamation about your worship as about any man in the city, and though I am only a poor man, I am glad to hear it. And so am I. I would very much like to know what you have to say. Why, sir, our watch tonight, saving your worship's presence, has taken a pair of the worst rogues in Messina. A good old man, sir, he will keep talking. As they say, when age comes in, wit goes out. God help us, what a world it is to see. Well said in faith, neighbor Verges. Well, God's a good man, and when 2 men ride 1 horse, one must ride behind. An honest soul, in faith, sir, by my word he is as honest as any who ever broke bread. But God is to be worshipped, all men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor. Indeed, neighbor, he falls far short of you. The gifts God gives. I must leave you. One word, sir. Our watch, sir, has indeed comprehended 2 suspicious persons, and we would have them examined before your worship this morning. Take their examination yourself and bring it to me. I am now in great haste, as you can see. That will be suffocance. Drink some wine before you go. Farewell. A messenger enters. My lord, they are waiting for you to give your daughter to her husband. I will attend them. I am ready. Leonato and the messenger leave. Go, good partner, go to Francis Sequel. Tell him to bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men, and we must do it wisely. We will spare no wit, I warn you. Here's what will drive some of them to anon come. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication, and meet me at the jail. They leave. Inside a church, Don Pedro, Don John, Leonato, Friar Francis, Claudio, Benedick, Hero, Beatrice, and others enter for the wedding. Come, Friar Francis, be brief. Use only the plain form of marriage. You can recite their particular duties afterward. My lord, have you come here to marry this lady? No. To be married to her, Friar. You have come to marry her. Lady, have you come here to be married to this count? I have. If either of you knows any inward obstacle that should keep you from being joined together, I charge you, on your souls, to speak it now. Do you know any hero? None, my lord. Do you know any count? I dare answer for him, none. Oh, what men dare do! What men may do! What men do every day, not knowing what they do! What's this? Exclamations? Then let some be for laughter, like ah! Ha! He! Stand aside, Friar. Father, with your permission, will you with a free and unconstrained soul give me this young woman, your daughter? As freely, son, as God gave her to me. And what have I to give you in return that could balance the worth of this rich and precious gift? Nothing, unless you give her back again. Sweet prince, you teach me noble gratitude. There, Leonato, take her back again. Do not give this rotten orange to your friend. She is only the sign and appearance of honor. Look how much like a maiden she blushes here. Oh, what authority and show of truth clever sin can cover itself with. Does that blood not rise as modest evidence to testify to simple virtue? Would you not all swear, all of you who see her, that she were a maid, judging by these outward signs? But she is not. She knows the heat of a lustful bed. Her blush is guilt, not modesty. What do you mean, my lord? I mean not to be married, not to bind my soul to a proven wanton. Dear my lord, if by your own trial you have overcome the resistance of her youth and conquered her virginity, I know what you would say. If I have known her, you will say she accepted me as a husband, and so excuse the sin committed beforehand. No, Leonato. I never tempted her with any improper word, but showed her, like a brother to his sister, bashful sincerity and honorable love. And did I ever seem otherwise to you? Shame on you. Seeming! I will write against seeming. You seem to me like Diana in her sphere, as chaste as a bud before it opens. But your blood is more uncontrolled than Venus, or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality. Is my lord well, that he speaks so wildly? Sweet prince, why do you not speak? What should I say? I stand dishonored, because I tried to join my dear friend to a common whore. Are these things truly being spoken, or am I only dreaming? Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true. This does not look like a wedding. True? Oh God! Leonato, am I standing here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face Hero's? Are our eyes our own? All this is so. But what follows from it, my lord? Let me ask your daughter just one question, and by the fatherly and natural authority you have over her, command her to answer truly. I charge you to do so, as you are my child. Oh, God defend me! How I am surrounded! What kind of questioning do you call this? Questioning meant to make you answer truly to your name. Is my name not Hero? Who can stain that name with any just reproach? Why, Hero can. Hero herself can blot out Hero's virtue. What man was it who talked with you last night at your window, between 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer that. I talked with no man at that hour, my lord. Then you are no maiden. Leonato, I am sorry you must hear this. On my honor, I myself, my brother, and this injured count saw her and heard her at that hour last night, talking with a scoundrel at her chamber window. And he, like a stunned villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret. Shame, shame! They should not be named, my lord, not spoken of. There is not enough chastity in language to tell them without offense. So, pretty lady, I am sorry for your great misconduct. O hero, what a hero you would have been if half your outward graces had belonged to the thoughts and counsels of your heart. But farewell, most foul, most fair. Farewell, pure impiety and impious purity. For your sake I will lock up all the gates of love, and suspicion shall hang upon my eyelids, turning every beauty into thoughts of harm. Never again shall beauty seem gracious to me. Has no man's dagger here a point for me? Hero swoons. Why, what is this, cousin? Why are you sinking down? Come, let us go. These things, now brought to light, have overwhelmed her spirit. Don Pedro, Don John, and Claudio exit. How is the lady? Dead, I think. Help, uncle. Hero. Why, Hero. Uncle. Signor Benedick. Friar. O fate, do not take away your heavy hand. Death is the fairest covering for her shame that could be wished for. What now, cousin hero? Take comfort, lady. Do you look up? Yes. Why should she not? Why? Does not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could she deny the story printed in her blood? Do not live, hero. Do not open your eyes. If I thought you would not quickly die, if I thought your spirit were stronger than your shame, I myself, after all these reproaches, would strike at your life. Was I grieved that I had only one child? Did I complain against nature for being sparing? Oh, one is too many because of you. Why did I have one? Why were you ever lovely in my eyes? Why did I not, with a charitable hand, take in some beggar's child at my gates? If she had been so smeared and mired with infamy, I might have said, no part of this is mine. This shame comes from unknown blood. But she was mine, and mine whom I loved, and mine whom I praised, and mine whom I was proud of, mine so much that I no longer belonged to myself, because I valued her. Why, she has fallen into a pit of ink, and the wide sea has too few drops to wash her clean again, and too little salt to season her foul, tainted flesh. Sir, be patient. For my part, I am so dressed in wonder that I do not know what to say. Oh, on my soul, my cousin is slandered. Lady, were you her bedfellow last night? No, truly, not last night, though for the past year, until last night, I have been her bedfellow. Confirmed. Oh, what was already barred up with ribs of iron is made stronger now. Would the two princes lie? Would Claudio lie, who loved her so much that, even while speaking of her foulness, washed his words with tears? Away from her. Let her die. Hear me a little. I have been silent so long, and let this course of fortune run, because I was watching the lady. I saw 1,000 blushes start into her face. I saw 1,000 innocent shames, in angelic whiteness, drive those blushes away, and in her eye there appeared a fire that burned against the errors these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Do not trust my reading or my observations, though experience has sealed and warranted all that I have learned. Do not trust my age, my reverence, my calling, or my divinity, if this sweet lady does not lie here guiltless, crushed under some bitter mistake. Friar, it cannot be. You see that all the grace she has left is that she will not add the sin of perjury to her damnation. She does not deny it. Why do you try, then, to cover with excuses what stands plainly naked before us? Lady, who is the man you are accused of? Those who accuse me know. I know none. If I know more of any living man than maiden modesty allows, then let all my sins go without mercy. Oh, my father! If you can prove that any man spoke with me at improper hours, or that last night I exchanged words with any creature, reject me, hate me, torture me to death. There is some strange misunderstanding among the princes. 2 of them are firmly set on honor, and if their judgment has been misled in this, the plot comes from John the Bastard, whose whole spirit labors to build villainies. I do not know. If they speak only the truth about her, these hands shall tear her apart. If they have wronged her honor, the proudest of them shall hear from me. Time has not yet dried up my blood so much, nor age eaten away my wit so far, nor fortune ruined my resources, nor my poor life stripped me of so many friends, that they will not find, when I am roused in such a cause, strength of body, policy of mind, means to act, and friends to choose from, enough to repay them thoroughly. Wait a little, and let my counsel guide you in this matter. The princess left your daughter here for dead. Keep her hidden for a while, and announce that she is truly dead. Put on the outward show of mourning. On your family's old monument hang sorrowful epitaphs, and perform all the rites that belong to a burial. What will come of this? What good will it do? If this is carried out well, it will turn slander into remorse on her behalf. That is some good. But that is not the only reason I advise this strange course. From this labor I expect a greater result. If she is said to have died at the very moment she was accused, every hearer will lament her, pity her, and excuse her. For this is how it often happens. What we possess we do not value at its true worth while we enjoy it, but once it is missing and lost, then we stretch its value, then we discover the virtue that possession did not show us while it was ours. So it will be with Claudio. When he hears she died because of his words, the image of her life will gently creep into his imagination, and every lovely part of her living self will appear to his soul dressed in a more precious form, more moving, more delicate, and more alive than when she truly lived. Then he will mourn, if love ever had any place in his heart, and wish he had not accused her, even if he thought the accusation true. Let it be done this way, and do not doubt that events will shape themselves better than I can describe by mere likelihood. But if all our hopes prove false, the belief that the lady is dead will put an end to the public wonder over her disgrace. And if matters do not turn out well, you may hide her, as best suits her wounded reputation, in some secluded religious life, away from all eyes, tongues, thoughts, and injuries. Signor Leonato, take the friar's advice. Though you know my private affection and loyalty are very strong toward the prince and Claudio, yet, on my honor, I will deal in this as secretly and as justly as your own soul would deal with your body. Since I am overflowing with grief, the smallest thread may lead me. Then this is agreed. Go at once. Strange wounds require strange cures. Come, lady, die in order to live. Perhaps this wedding day is only postponed. Have patience and endure. Friar, Hero, and Leonardo leave. Lady Beatrice, have you been weeping all this time? Yes, and I will weep a while longer. I would not wish that. You have no reason to stop it. I do it freely. Surely I believe your fair cousin has been wronged. Ah, how much the man would deserve from me who would set her right. Is there any way to prove such friendship? A very plain way, but there is no such friend. Could a man do it? It is a man's duty, but not yours. I love nothing in the world so well as you. Is that not strange? As strange as anything I cannot understand. It would be just as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you, but do not believe me, and yet I am not lying. I confess nothing, and I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin. By my sword, Beatrice, you love me. Do not swear by it, and then have to swallow it. I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make anyone eat his words who says I do not love you. Will you not eat your own word? With no sauce anyone can invent for it. I solemnly declare that I love you. Then God forgive me. For what offense, sweet Beatrice? You have stopped me at a lucky moment. I was just about to declare that I loved you. Then do it with all your heart. I love you with so much of my heart that none is left with which to protest it. Come, ask me to do anything for you. Kill Claudio. What? Not for the whole world. You kill me by refusing. Farewell. Stay, sweet Beatrice. I am gone, though I am standing here. There is no love in you. No, I pray you, let me go. Beatrice. Truly I will go. Let us be friends first. You find it easier to be friends with me than to fight my enemy. Is Claudio your enemy? Has he not been proved an utter villain, slandering, scorning, and dishonoring my kinsman? Oh, that I were a man! To lead her on until they came to join hands, and then, with public accusation, naked slander, and merciless hatred, O God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace. Hear me, Beatrice. Talking with a man out at a window. Fine saying that. No, but Beatrice. Sweet hero. She is wronged, she is slandered, she is ruined. Beat. Princes and counts. Surely a princely witness, a noble count sweetmeat, a charming gallant indeed. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had any friend who would be a man for my sake. But manhood has melted into bows, courage into compliments, and men have turned entirely into tongues, polished tongues at that. Nowadays a man is as brave as Hercules if he only tells a lie and swears to it. I cannot become a man by wishing, so I will die a woman by grieving. Say, good Beatrice, by this hand I love you. Use that hand for my love in some better way than swearing by it. Do you believe in your soul that Count Claudio has wronged Hero? Yes, as surely as I have a thought or a soul. Enough. I am bound to it. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand, and so leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall give me a costly account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so farewell. They leave. In a prison, Dogberry, Verges, and the sexton enter in gowns, with a watch, Conrade, and Berreccio. Has our whole disassembly appeared? Oh, a stool and a cushion for the sexton. Which are the criminals? Why, that would be me and my partner. No, that is certain. We have the exhibition to examine. But which are the offenders who are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable. Yes, indeed, let them come before me. What is your name, friend? Berreccio. Please write down Berreccio. And yours, sirrah? I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrade. Write down Master Gentleman Conrade. Masters, do you serve God? Yes, sir, we hope so. Write down that they hope they serve God, and write God first, for God forbid anything but that God should come before such villains. Masters, it is already proved that you are little better than false knaves, and it will shortly come very near to being thought so. How do you answer for yourselves? Why, sir, we say we are not. A wonderfully witty fellow, I assure you, but I will go around him. Come here, sirrah, a word in your ear. Sir, I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves. Sir, I say to you, we are not. Well, stand aside. By God, they are both telling the same tale. Have you written down that they are not? Master Constable, this is not the way to conduct an examination. You must call forward the watchman who accused them. Yes, indeed, that is the easiest way. Let the watch come forward. Masters, I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men. This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain. Write down Prince John as a villain. Why, it is plain perjury to call a prince's brother a villain. Master Constable. Please, fellow, be quiet. I do not like the look of you, I promise you. What else did you hear him say? Why, that he had received 1,000 ducats from Don John for falsely accusing the lady Hero. As plain a burglary as was ever committed. Yes, by the mass that it is. What else, fellow? And that Count Claudio meant, on his word, to disgrace Hero before the whole gathering and not marry her. O villain! You will be condemned into everlasting redemption for this. What else? That is all. And that is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John secretly slipped away this morning. Hero was accused in this way, refused in this way, and from the grief of it suddenly died. Master Constable, have these men bound and brought to Leonato's house. I will go ahead and show him their examination. The sexton exits. Come, let them be opinioned. Let them be in the hands. Get away, fool! God's my life! Where is the sexton? Have him write down that the prince's officer is called a fool. Come, bind them. You wicked knave. Away! You are an ass, you are an ass. Do you not suspect my office? Do you not suspect my years? Oh, if only he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it is not written down, do not forget that I am an ass. No, you villain, you are full of piety, as will be proved against you by good witnesses. I am a wise fellow, and what is more, an officer, and what is more, a householder, and what is more, as fine a piece of flesh as any in Messina, and one who knows the law, mark that, and a rich enough fellow, mark that, and a fellow who has had losses, and one who has 2 gowns and everything decent about him. Take him away. Oh, if only I had been written down an ass. They all exit.
And there we pause again. Here lies hidden, heaven out as dead, while the friar's gentle plan works itself out. Benedick has challenged his own best friend to a duel for Beatrice's sake, and only the ridiculous Dogberry stands between the truth and lasting tragedy. Next time, in part 4, the untangling justice from the unlikeliest source, repentance, and a very happy ending. Mind the footnotes, and beware the folly.